Hello, and welcome to this explainer. I'm so glad we're taking this time together today. As we step into our years beyond 50, we enter such a profound stage of maturity and wisdom. But at the same time, our bodies begin a deeply personal transition that, quite frankly, isn't always easy to navigate. So today, we're going to take a gentle, close look at female health, well-being, and longevity during this pivotal time. We'll explore what the science actually says about the changes you're feeling, and we'll walk through some highly practical, comforting strategies to help you embrace this chapter with serenity and strength. Let's just dive right in by acknowledging the daily realities that so many of us are facing. Maybe you're dealing with a sudden, overwhelming wave of heat spreading across your chest and face. Or perhaps you're waking up at 3 in the morning, completely unable to fall back asleep. Maybe even feeling a persistent brain fog or mood shifts that just feel entirely out of your control. If any of this sounds familiar, I want you to take a deep breath and know that your experience is completely valid, it's recognized, and most importantly, it is a very normal part of this transition. Now, before we get into the science and the strategies, I need to share a very important reminder. Remember that everything we discuss here is to inform and educate you, and nothing replaces the monitoring and conversation with your doctor or gynecologist. Our goal today is simply to empower you with knowledge so that you can have the most productive and open conversations with your own healthcare provider. So let's talk about our symptom of the day, the hot flash. It is just incredibly important to normalize what can sometimes feel like a very isolating symptom. 75% of women experience these sudden waves of heat. That is 3 out of every 4 of us. So if you've been sitting there wondering why your body suddenly feels like a furnace, please know, you are in the vast majority. You are certainly not alone in this. Section 1. The Science of Menopause, Understanding Your Changing Body. To truly find comfort, we first need to understand what is happening inside us. Let's start with 2 words that are often used interchangeably but actually mean very different things. The climacteric is the entire gradual hormonal journey. It's the long transition that can last for several years before and after your period stops. Menopause, on the other hand, is just a single milestone. It is specifically the day you reach 12 consecutive months without a menstrual period. So think of the climacteric as the journey and menopause as just one marker along that path. At the very heart of this journey is estrogen. Now, I want you to think of estrogen not just as a reproductive hormone, but as a master regulator for your entire body. When it comes to those hot flashes, estrogen acts heavily on your brain's thermostat, which is located in the hypothalamus. As your estrogen levels naturally decline, this thermostat gets a little confused. It misreads your normal body temperature as being too hot, and it suddenly dilates your blood vessels to cool you down, which is exactly what triggers that intense flash of heat and sweat. But estrogen does so much more than regulate temperature. It's crucial to understand how this hormonal shift affects your broader health, particularly your heart. Clinical guidelines show us that as estrogen drops, we often see an increase in LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and a decrease in HDL, the good cholesterol that protects our heart. What this means is that entering this transition is a truly vital time to proactively care for your cardiovascular health. Section 2. 3 practical strategies empowering your wellness routine. Understanding the science gives us a nice foundation, but it's action that actually brings us relief. We're going to break this down into 3 very manageable pillars. Step 1 focuses on movement for strength and autonomy. Step 2 explores natural botanical relief for your daily symptoms. And Step 3 addresses a deeply important topic, mental health advocacy and hormone awareness. Our first strategy is all about movement. Medical specialists really emphasize that maintaining an active lifestyle is non-negotiable for us right now. A gentle routine of resistance training, like light weightlifting 2 to 3 times a week, is essential to protect your bone density and muscle mass. Pairing that with aerobic exercise, like a brisk walk or a nice swim, beautifully protects that cardiovascular system we were just talking about. And please, let's not forget our pelvic floor. Strengthening these muscles helps prevent issues like urinary incontinence, which can gently start to emerge during this time in our lives. Which brings us to strategy 2, natural relief. Sometimes the simplest daily habits yield the most beautiful results. Proper hydration, meaning drinking at least 2 liters of water daily, can actually help regulate your core temperature and lessen the severity of those hot flashes. You might also want to explore cooling, relaxing herbal teas like chamomile or valerian. Beyond that, there is strong evidence supporting specific botanicals, particularly one called black cohosh, which acts very gently on the nervous system to promote balance. The power of these natural interventions is really quite significant. Clinical studies have shown that a standardized extract of black cohosh can reduce the intensity and frequency of hot flashes by up to 50% after about 8 weeks of use. It also helps with sleep and overall mood. It's a wonderful option to discuss with your healthcare provider if you are looking for gentle, non-hormonal support. Now, we must turn to strategy 3, which is an area that requires deep empathy and attention: mental health advocacy. The psychological impacts of the menopause transition, things like profound brain fog, extreme fatigue, anxiety, and deep depressive feelings, are very real, yet they are so often overlooked or minimized. I want you to know you are not just stressed. Your brain is actively adjusting to a completely different hormonal environment. The data here is sobering, but I also think it's incredibly validating. Research indicates there is a 40% higher risk of depression during the perimenopause phase compared to the years before it. This period of hormonal fluctuation can be deeply unsettling, and understanding this statistic proves that if you are feeling emotionally overwhelmed, there is a distinct biological reason for it. You aren't imagining things. Sadly, severe menopausal distress is sometimes misdiagnosed purely as standard depression, which can lead to treatments that don't address the root hormonal cause. For many women suffering from debilitating mood shifts and physical symptoms, timely hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, has brought dramatic, life-changing improvements to their mental well-being. It is such a vital conversation to have with your doctor to see if HRT is a safe and appropriate option for your unique health profile. Section 3. Embracing your next chapter, conclusion, and health alert. As we bring our explainer to a close today, let's look forward. Menopause is not an end. It truly is a profound and beautiful beginning. It's a time to value your maturity, honor your life's wisdom, and practice unapologetic self-care. But before we part, I must leave you with our final health alert. It is absolutely essential to bring the lifestyle habits we discussed today, along with a record of your symptoms and doubts, to your next medical appointment. Every woman's body is beautifully unique, and your doctor or gynecologist is always your best partner in tailoring these strategies safely to your individual needs. I want to leave you with this one thought. As you step into this wise and powerful chapter of your life, what is one healthy habit you will discuss with your doctor this week? Whether it's adding a little resistance training, exploring natural relief, or asking about your hormonal health, please take that step. You deserve to feel vibrant, comfortable, and deeply supported. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and please take wonderful care of yourself.